Rekord with Big C and his trusty companions, Jazzy Jeff and Stinky Pete.
The very warm studios in Chelmsford, actually. As I was speaking, this fan I thought was going to die on me, I think has just died.
Oh no!
I know. Never mind. I've got a spare one to my left that hopefully will keep me
You've got
chilled.
more than one. You've got more than one fan.
I've got more than one fan, you know.
That makes you the same as Switzerland, then.
Well, this is very true.
Anyway,
Well,
hello
no.
everyone.
Having a fan die on you is never a good thing.
No.
I mean, ask the Rolling Stones.
A number of bands have had fans die on them, haven't they?
Yeah, not good.
In fact, some band members have died on stage, I seem to remember. But let's not get down the miserable route. I know that we're just thinking that we didn't have so much grumpiness last week. Are you going to be grumpy this week, Pete?
No, I'm in a great mood. It's tremendous.
You're in a good mood?
Beautiful, beautiful weather, he said, dying. And, all good. And I've been to Holland, so, what can go wrong?
The Hague.
The Hague, yes.
Yep. Den Haag.
Den Haag.
Den Haag, yes. And how are you, Jeff? All right?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you.
Tickety-boo. Tickety-boo. Apart from the heat.
The heat can wear you out, can't it?
Yeah, you can. This is off the record, and it is, episode 217, Series 8, episode 17. There's no football tonight, so hopefully everyone's going to be tuning in. What is there else to do in a boiling hot Wednesday evening, as it is here, as we're recording live? It's on Facebook, it's on YouTube, and it will be on Twitter shortly when I repost it. Then watch us, three old guys rabbiting on about music or football, and depending on which comes up first. I think football probably first. The World Cup, we're through to the quarterfinals.
By hook or by crook.
Impressive performance though the other day, wasn't it?
Well, the highlights I saw for 7.5 minutes were impressive. I didn't actually see the match because I was in fact asleep.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, it was a ridiculous time. Ridiculous time to kick off.
I did see the Brazil match, which I was heartily gratified to see them getting beaten. Silver linings and all that.
And as we said earlier, it was nice to see the Argentinians get beat yesterday. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Oh no, hang on. Was that the one where FIFA cheated and there was a bent referee?
That might be the one.
VAR didn't know what they were doing. Strange that.
Allegedly. But yeah, I must admit that was a cracking goal that Egypt scored. Cracking goal it was. When he dribbled down the right hand side, he got past about 2 or 3 players, and I remember saying to Sarah at the time, skills, and he put it across 2-0. And then they go back to this thing about 3 hours before, where the guy touched his shirt and claimed that was a foul.
You shouldn't see the. Have you seen the tweet about it today? Where someone's written this brilliant spoof where it's for Norway, where Norway are playing somebody or other, and they go back to Haaland scores a goal, and they go back to 785 when they invaded somewhere in the Outer Hebrides and discovered that he'd done something. It's an absolutely brilliant story, and in the end, the punchline is goal ruled out by VAR, and it's like War and Peace. This thing is hilarious. You must find it. I was killing myself laughing.
I'll have to try and dig that one out. It must be said. And then Egypt were a bit upset about the winning goal, thinking there was a foul down the other end. There's no way on earth that they're going to overturn a goal for Argentina that won the game by going back, cancelling the goal, and giving Egypt a penalty. That's just never going to happen in the last minute of the game.
The other thing is, if it had been anyone other than Mo Salah, they might have got away with it. But his reputation for throwing himself on the floor in the box goes before him. I'm sorry. It's like the reason Romero gets red carded every 5 minutes, because he's got a reputation and people are looking for it. So
I know that's why you want him to go. You don't like the Argentinian contingent. Have we got any others at the moment?
We've just bought another one, haven't we? We've just bought an Argentinian.
Yeah, Senesi.
Yeah, from Bournemouth. Yeah.
I'm very happy to put up with Argentinians whilst they're playing for Spurs. I love Eric Lamela, but basically the Falklands. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive and forget, Major.
No, and The Hand of God.
1982. One up. There you go.
No, Hand of God, I can understand.
No, I can't do it. No, and also 1966 quarter-final, Antonio Ratti, little twat.
We beat them, though, didn't we? We beat them.
Yeah, we did beat them because we won the World Cup.
Was that 66?
Yeah, did we win in 66?
That one. Did we win the World Cup in 66? Yeah, well, I think we did.
I have no idea. I was at a bloody traction engine rally, so I really don't know. But I think Jeff first got a winning goal against Argentina about 10 minutes to go in the semi-final, didn't he? I think.
I think the question is, if VAR was around then, would her final goal have been? Would her skull have been cancelled out?
Yes. Well, never mind VAR. The goal line technology would have cancelled it out because there's no way that crossed the line fully. But we don't care because we won and we beat the Germans. Although obviously we're related to Germans, so I love them much more than Argentinians.
Well, okay. The two best. Last night's was an entertaining game, to be fair. But I was saying before that the best two games for the neutral were both England games. I think actually Croatia was a cracking game.
Croatia was a cracking game, yeah.
And then the game the other day against Mexico, I thought both of them were probably up there with the best of the tournament. Who'd have thunk it under Southgate that we would have had two that we wouldn't even contemplate having the most entertaining games? But he's gone. He's gone. Let's see how we get on.
Are you dissing Sir Gareth?
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. But he was a bit dull, wasn't he?
But I mean,
pragmatic.
But he did turn us into a team. So we can thank him for that.
Yeah, we can definitely.
The poxy golden generation of utter morons that were cliquey and useless.
Yeah, without him, we wouldn't be where we are today, no doubt. I'm sure. It's a bit like Daniel Levy in a way. Everyone moans about Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy, the owner, chairman, sorry, not owner, or ex-chairman of. Was he the chairman or the CEO? Was he? He was a chairman, wasn't he?
He was both at once at some stage.
Yeah, maybe he was. Yeah,
I think he started off as chairman and ended up CEO, didn't he?
We're spending all this money, much to Gabby Bondhall's annoyance and frustration, which is rather amusing, it must be said.
But it's very amusing because he's only got 2 brain cells, and the fact that the two of them actually managed to connect for him to make that criticism is remarkable in itself.
It is pretty amazing, isn't it?
I saw
without Levy, it's strange. We're spending all this money that everyone's saying, look, if Levy was still here, we wouldn't be doing this. But ironically, without Levy, we wouldn't be doing it anyway.
Exactly.
Strange things, isn't it?
Did you hear that? My favourite definition of Gabby Ogbonlahor, someone described him on, I think it was in Twitter or Blue Sky, as thicker than a Boxing Day crap. And I thought, if ever there was a fantastic definition, that was it. I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, definitely gave it 20 minutes, though. Poor old Gabby. He's trying to defend himself now, isn't he? But it's troublesome. He can't work out how we're earning so much money. And
that'll be because we had 65,000 people watching a Korean boy band in the middle
BTS, of the... that was ridiculous. About 100,000 in the gram, wasn't that something?
No. It
was,
80. No, it was 80,000, yeah.
It's 80,000, sorry,
62,000 and then all the people on the
I'm getting 100 because apparently we're going to earn about 100 million from Jay-Z performing there, apparently.
Yeah. It's a license to print money. What you basically need to do is just get Beyonce to rock up 5 times a year and then everyone else, bye-bye.
Well, you never know. We might get a few players. A striker, hopefully, will be nice.
Will be good.
I think we're going to get one. We're going to get this lad who looks like Jermaine, who plays like Jermaine Defoe.
Well, I hope so. I do hope so. Anyway, let's hope for the best with the Spurs and for England, of course, on Saturday night at 10, I think it is.
Whatever time it is.
10. No idea. It was this off the record, and this is a music podcast, as usual. We've been doing it for so many years now, it'll appear. We've got our own Hall of Fame. We've always rabbited on and moaned about the Hall of Fame over in Cleveland, Ohio. No disrespect to where the CBW Radio US studios are, but it's become a bit of a joke in the rest of the world anyway. The artists that go in. So we've got our own Hall of Fame.
Sorry, are you saying that Mariah Carey doesn't deserve to be
there?
Hey, we agree in Cleveland, just for the record.
Okay,
the voice in the wilderness.
He's right. But yeah, I mean, some of the artists getting in are ridiculous, to be fair. I think Jay-Z's in there as well, actually. He's hardly rock
He's a real rocker. I mean, it's the first thing you think of. Jay-Z with his double neck guitar, ripping out the solos. Get in.
Ours is not a rock and roll Hall of Fame, is it? Because if they are, we're stuffed. I'm stuffed.
No, it's a Hall of Fame.
Well, we got a Hall of Fame. We're not calling it Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Absolutely, that's the result.
But maybe Jay-Z will get in one day. You never know. Yeah, with his rocking guitar. As I said, Jay-Z Top, as he will be known by then.
Very good.
Right, so we are doing possible nominees probably, and eventual inductees into our Hall of Fame. And we've got up to the letter O so far. So we are doing P through to T in the alphabet for artists beginning with those letters. I dare say there are not going to be too many Qs, but there might be.
I can tell exactly how many there'll be coming from this square.
I can tell exactly how many are coming from this square. Just the one.
Just the one. Okay, right.
One.
So as I said before we came on air, actually, I've done this a little bit differently this time because I haven't done a massive amount of research into them. I've just looked through all the artists. I thought, yeah, I think they got a shout. They're in with a shout, and I'm going to shout those names out when we get to them on whichever letter it is, and see what you think, and then we'll work out.
I've done exactly the same.
We'll work out which one. You've done it, Jeff.
I've just chosen a selection of people for each of the letters, and I'm going to chuck them out there. We'll have a bit of a debate and then decide which ones.
Well, I've chosen one for each letter apart from Q, because I won't knew Q apart from the one that everyone else is going to pick.
Oh, okay. I've chosen a few artists. I mean, I've narrowed it down to like 3, 4 maybe for each particular letter, apart from
Q. I've narrowed it down to about 100 for S.
S, there's a lot. It has to be said. There is a lot. Now, how we do it, because we do have these, what we call, I don't know what we call them, golden tickets. They get a freebie into the Hall of Fame. Okay. So there's no point having much of a debate about it. I think there's probably one straight off the bat.
Can I make a suggestion?
Go on then.
That we, this time, hold the golden tickets back till the end.
Yep.
Because I think there's a few golden ticket nominees in this P through T section.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, I've listed 3 I thought obvious ones to go into.
Yeah, I've listed 3 that I think are obvious ones.
I've got 2, but only one of them starts with one of the letters that we've got.
Well, it doesn't matter, and we've had them from different letters. I mean,
Yes,
as I said to you earlier, it's like having a sort of a token queue to go in. I mean, if they're not good enough to go in, they don't go in just because they're a queue. But we'll start with P. We'll come on to Q. It might not last long, the queues. Unlike those at Glastonbury, probably. Oh, there's no Glastonbury this year, was there?
We are Glastonbury.
Yes. Right, okay, so the letter P. What are we going to do? I've got an artist whom I think probably everyone would have it, or certainly one of you two would have it. And I think would be no doubt a golden ticket nominee for later. And it's Pink Floyd.
I also have Pink Floyd, and I thought, well, we'll have Pink Floyd in the P's, but it probably should be a golden ticket since it's one of our big 4 from previous podcasts.
Yeah. But are you Pink Floyd man, Jeff?
No. I own and know Dark Side of the Moon relatively well because I don't think there's anyone in the country that doesn't own it that's got a record collection. Do I listen to it frequently? No. Do I enjoy it when I listen to it? Yes. Do I own anything else? No. Could I sing you anything else or hum anything else? I could sing The Wall. That's about it. No, I'm not.
What, another brick in the wall or the whole wall?
Yeah, no, just another brick in the wall.
Oh, right.
And that, literally, that's as far as I will go.
You can't have your pudding if you
don't eat your meat.
If you don't eat your meat, yeah. But that's on the album. Is that on the single as well? At the end of Another Brick in the Wall?
I'm
not sure. Not sure.
Anyway.
All right. So Pink Floyd. We don't need to say too much, or we can say it at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we're talking about our Hall of Fame, whether it's as a golden ticket or whether it's as a P, you can't not have Pink Floyd. Their place in music history, never mind rock history, is assured. Probably 2 or 3 of the biggest selling albums of all time are theirs, and Pink. Everybody knows Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, from my point of view, I think I Don't Own Obscured by Clouds on disc. I've got it on a cassette somewhere, and I haven't got Temporary Lapse of Reason. And there's one other that I haven't got, but I think I've got the rest of the entire Pink Floyd collection. So, I would
definitely have them in.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of stinkers in there. I'm not a fan of Animals particularly, and I absolutely hate the final cut. I played it once and thought, no, this is shite, and put it back on the shelf, and that's never getting played again. But, you can't not have them, I don't think.
That's pretty much a Roger Waters album, though, isn't it?
It is, and it's basically him being depressed about whatever member of his family was killed in the war. Well, a lot of people were. Get up, grow over, get over it.
Jog on. Jog it off.
Jog on.
Jog it off. Yeah, so even though Jeff is not a massive fan, I'm sure Jeff would. They definitely merit their place in there. I mean, I don't have. Well, I've got a load on probably iTunes. I've got Dark Side of the Moon. I'm sure, definitely got Dark Side of the Moon on vinyl and on a CD. Might have Wish You Were Here. I haven't got a huge amount of them.
Well, Wish You Were Here is their other standout album. It's the other one that everybody's got if they've got a couple of Pink Floyd albums.
Animals is a bit annoying, especially when you're on the radio because they're all long. They're all long. They're like 4
But they're not.
tracks.
But they're not immediate. It's a lot of the Pink Floyd stuff. As soon as you hear it, you go, "Oh, I know what this is." I don't think you do with Animals. It's a frustrating album. I think. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's certainly not their best.
Okay, well, Pink Floyd as a nominee for P. I think we're certainly going to be going in. And do you want to know someone else nominate a P?
Go on, Pete.
Well, I've got one other, and then I've got 2 which I think in the future will go in. So at some point in the future, when they've got a bigger reputation, I think I would put Pretty Reckless in, and I would put Anna Popovich in. I mean, she's done 12 albums anyway, so she's been around for 20 plus years. But the one I think probably merits a place just in their genre, a Pearl Jam.
Yeah, well, I thought you'd have Pearl Jam. I've written that down. Didn't put a ring around it, but I thought you'd mention it because, I mean, in terms of grunge.
Yeah, I mean, we had the debate about Nirvana last time. And again, I've got one Pearl Jam album and I like a few other songs. I'm not a massive fan, but I just think if we're talking about putting stuff in based on where it stands in the genre, you've probably got to have Pearl Jam as a grunge entrance.
Can't argue with that. We'll decide about who's going in at the end. Have you got any other P there, Jeff?
I've got a full P because that's what we did last time, so that's what I've done this time. Okay. So you have to forgive me for not knowing that I wasn't doing it the same way. I want to put Oscar Peterson in because I can't see any reason why we wouldn't.
No.
8 Grammy Awards, 200 recordings. Duke Ellington, who's probably the best jazz pianist that there's been, classified him as the Maharaja of the keyboard. He's just brilliant. He's just a superb. He's quite laconic. He's far more laid back and easy to listen to than some of the other jazz pianists, but very much like Nat King Cole sort of Art Tatum style. But I don't think if you're having standout people with standout records over a period of time, and we're open to any genre, I don't think we can not have him.
No, absolutely.
And do you think, is that a kind of jazz artist that I would like?
I think it is. I will pick a couple for all four of these that I've got today. Yeah, I do think you'd like him. He's much easier to listen to than many of the other jazz pianists out there. He's a lot smoother, a lot less clunky, and even when he plays what other musicians would see as an off chord, somehow there's a softness about it that doesn't offend.
I see
Yeah,
he's
he's
not around
almost
anymore.
like, you wouldn't call him smooth jazz. It's not like lounge jazz.
No,
but
no.
it's not difficult jazz.
No, it's not difficult.
It's easy
And
to listen.
yet, his ability on the keyboard is extraordinary.
Oh yeah, but you don't have to do. You know,
It doesn't
you
hurt.
don't.
It doesn't hurt you when you listen to it.
No, exactly. You don't have to be out there to do that. You know.
Yeah.
No, I think I thought you
So
might.
Oscar Peterson will be my actual nomination, but I don't think we can look past Prince either.
Well, I agree. Prince is a one of a kind. I think. I don't think anybody else provides what he does.
No, I suppose you're right. He was far better at everything than people gave him credit for, because his persona and his public image was that he was such a knob that they look they kind of like distracted from the fact that he was a superb guitarist.
That is
He was
true.
a great songwriter. He had musicians around him who were all magnificent, and he was writing pop rock that held its place in its time, as well as anyone else has done that. I don't really think you can look past it.
Well, I definitely had Prince down on my list here. I know Stink's not a great fan of Prince, is he?
I'm not a great fan, but again, there's people in these podcasts that we've done on this subject, I've chosen quite a few people I'm not a fan of, but I think by rights they have to be there. You know, yeah. I said Elvis. I wouldn't choose Elvis, but you can't do this without having Elvis there. No. I think, Prince probably falls in the same category. I would never choose him, but I think, for me, if you're going to have Oscar Peterson, Pearl Jam and Prince, and you're going to throw Pink Floyd in as your gimme. So, I think that's three Ps, all of which are very worthy in their genre, of their type.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw another couple of Ps in. Can I have a P, please, Bob? What about the Pogues?
Yeah.
Well, you see, now,
yeah.
Well,
no, just yeah.
Just yeah from Jeff.
Okay.
Genius.
I really like the Pogues. I think they're terrific.
But
the but is, if we're talking about a Hall of Fame, are the Pogues one of those bands or one of those artists in the genre where everyone will go, oh yeah, the Pogues? I'm not sure they would. I mean, for me, the Pogues are like Anna Popovich. They are very much in there. No, piss off. They are very much in their little bubble and have that type of people. People who like Anna Popovich like blues. If you don't like blues, then you wouldn't like Anna Popovich. So, and I think the Pogues are the same. If you like that kind of Irish folk, then yeah, they're a terrific band, and I like them very much.
But if you don't like jazz, you're probably not going to like Oscar Peterson. I mean, I don't see how that follows. It's the same, surely.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. It was only a possibility, because I thought
I think the Pogues were brilliant.
Yeah, they're very clever.
I don't know what their longevity is. I don't know what their record sales are. I don't know any of that.
Well, some of these artists haven't had huge amount of albums over the years, I guess, but they
have a reputation.
They made their mark. And just, I mean, Shane MacGowan obviously isn't around anymore. But yeah.
So here's a question then.
Yeah.
Are we actually thinking about putting Shane MacGowan in or the Pogues? Because realistically, without Shane McGowan, are the Pogues any good?
Well, I think we should have the Pogues rather than Shane McGowan.
So do I.
I mean, the musicians are pretty good as well, I think.
Yeah.
And no, I can't name them all off the top of my head.
There's Mick, there's Paddy.
Yes.
There's Kieran, there's Connor.
And there's got to be a Perkins in there as well, isn't there? Perkins. I think
one of the names won't be spelled anything like it sounds.
I think Philip Chevron was in the Pogues for a little while, and he was in punk band the Radiators from Space, which then became the Radiators. And I gave Stinks an album of theirs to listen to, actually. But yeah, I think the Pogues, for the style of music, anyone that likes, as Stinks said, anyone that likes that genre will pick them out.
Yeah.
And that's got to say something, hasn't it? Like someone who likes jazz might pick out Oscar Peterson, might pick out Dave Brubeck or whatever. But it's one that people know. The other one I'm thinking of, which will probably get poo-pooed again, was Procol Harum. Not a long career. Well, I suppose they have been going for quite many years. I mean, not many of them around now, of course.
Yeah, I'd forgotten completely about Procol Harum, but given that they are the founders of prog, allegedly,
supposedly, yeah,
then they've got to be worth a mention at some point. Again, I think if the idea of this series is we talk about who goes in now and who do we consider, I think given their history, Procol Harum probably should be there. Whether they're now or not, I don't know. What I do know is that their rendition of Procol Harum of White Shade of Pale from the live set in Denmark, which you might have seen on YouTube. Have you seen it?
Might have done, yeah. You might have pointed it out to me before.
It's now had 144 million views on YouTube. It's one of the most viewed live performances of all.
It's an astoundingly good song.
That's more money than Spurs make in a concert, isn't it? 145 million. Well, it is a mighty fine tune.
It is a mighty.
It's almost worth putting them in just for that, to be honest.
If you went to the public in the street and said Procol Harum, the only thing you're going to get back is White Shade of Pale.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe so.
But then again, if you went to the public in the street and said the Pogues, you're only going to get back Fairy Tale in New York.
True. And if you ask them about Oscar Peterson,
you're not going to get anything.
Exactly. So it's tough.
Absolutely.
Right. I've got a number written down here. Another one, I wonder whether someone would mention it. It's not my bag at all. So I've done this a little bit different, thinking not who maybe could be in for their influence, for their for the genre, representing the genre and the influence on others after them. And that in this case, it's in the funk mode.
Parliament.
Yeah.
Did we put Funkadelic in? I can't remember.
I thought we had put Funkadelic in last time, or you talked about it. We decided not to. But
the difficulty I have with Parliament and Funkadelic is I genuinely can't work out which one's which. And I know Funkadelic are a little bit more poppy and Parliament are a little bit more serious, are they-ish, maybe, perhaps. But it's just George Clinton with a bunch of mates.
Well, that's it. Maybe George Clinton should go in rather than...
Well, yeah. And
I also don't think...
The Parliament album is...
No, I was going to say, I don't think you can really call Maggot Brain pop.
Well, no, you can't.
It's absolutely, definitely not.
So it's, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. They're a great... They were a great band.
They were. At what they did, they were.
At what they did.
And just showing off now, because I don't normally get surnames. I missed them out because of the way my files were. I actually did make a point of looking through my book here, which has got all the chart hits and stuff.
Oh, I know. It's this 10-hole Tudor.
It's not 10-hole Tudor, no. Good shout. Yeah, well, maybe put them in for teas. No, I'm thinking that there's one in particular that I thought overall is Robert Palmer.
Maybe.
Or Graham Parker when it comes to that.
Or Graham Parker was my other one, but no one would like
Graham Parker. He wasn't around long enough. Nobody knows him. I mean, I like Graham Parker, but I looked at my old collection and thought, Graham Parker, no, don't be ridiculous. So, no.
But you didn't think Robert Palmer ridiculous? That's a promising.
I don't have any Robert Palmer. But actually, I might have something on cassette. I do. I've probably was Sneaking Sally Down the Alley or something.
That's the one.
But no, he was in
Vinegar Joe.
He was in Vinegar Joe with Elkie Brooks.
Elkie Brooks, yeah, he was, and he obviously had a big solo career. But he's also in the Power Station with the guys at Duran guys, and the drummer, was it from Chic or who would that be? I can't remember. But he's been he's not around anymore, sadly. But he had a pretty lengthy career, and maybe deserved a little bit of a mention, whether or not he goes in. I thought I'd throw that in. I've got loads of other people, so I'm not going to mention any more. Right, Q. Let's get on to Q.
Well,
is there anyone else?
Well, there is.
There's only two I can think of.
I've got three names, but really only one of them, and that's got to be Queen, hasn't it?
Your favourite? Well, yeah.
I think Queen should be there by default, full stop.
So you mean they should be a golden ticket?
Or whether it is a golden ticket, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, I agree. And again, on the basis that this isn't about who you like, it's about who should be there. Queen clearly should be.
Oh, yeah.
But, about Jeff's comments earlier on, should we put Freddie Mercury in? Because without him, would Queen be the same? No, I know. I was jesting a bit.
They'd be a lot better.
You said that in the text the other day.
When they started, they didn't have him, and they weren't even known, were they?
No, well, they were called what they call Smile.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they named the band after him, didn't they? Really?
Well, are you suggesting that he was a Queen?
I'm suggesting that he actually was a homosexual. I believe he was.
So if Paul Rodgers had joined them straight from the start, would the band have been called Rodgers? Which would have been all kinds of fun with advertising going forward.
Well, it would have been even better if they'd done it together, because that would have been Rodgers the Queen.
And somehow calling a band Lambert just doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Definitely.
He was very good, though. You'd probably like Queen with Adam.
No, listen. I saw Queen at the Isle of Wight Festival in 2016 with Adam Lambert. They were brilliant. It's Freddie Mercury I cannot stand. And, I think I would have liked them a lot more if it had been a singer that I could tolerate. But he just, no. Anyway, so Queen are in. Good.
Queen, they've got to be in.
Who else is there? Apart from your mate, who else is there?
Susie.
And let's be
there
honest,
aren't many.
There aren't many.
Okay, I've got two names, neither of which deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Okay, Queensryche,
yeah.
One big single which everybody knows, which was on our Power Ballads thing, and the Choir Boys.
I've got the Choir Boys down as well, but you're right, they don't really. No one would know who the Choir Boys are.
Or Quantum Jump, with that one single. Full stop.
Quantum Jump. Blimey, they had a TV show though.
That was Quantum Leap. But okay,
that's close. That was close.
You should not jump before you can leap.
No,
that's what my mum always said.
That was the guy. The guy who was in that Quantum Jump, Leap, even Quantum Leap.
No,
he was
Jump.
He was Star Trek. He was a captain on the Enterprise, wasn't he? At one time.
Oh yes. Yeah,
can't think of his name. No, it's one of those annoying senior moments when it's up there.
So should we put Q to bed then and just move on?
Queen, yeah, definitely. Queen's got to be there. Do I have another Q written down here? Oh, I've got Quicksilver Messenger Service. Do you remember them from the 60s?
I do remember them, but they're not all the
no chance. No, nor are the Quads. They were like a Northern Irish punk band. So no, Queen it is. Even beating Susie there.
We
I
do
did
love
surnames.
We do love a bit of Susie, but
we can put Queen in as a golden ticket. We can put Susie in if we want. We can put in as many people as we like. It doesn't have to be just one from each.
No, that's true. And of course, if I did surnames, I could put Quo in again, couldn't I?
Their first name is Status. I'd love to have a kid that I call Status. That would be fantastic. Status Willis.
Well, I know there was a band that Daniel, my eldest, used to listen to, who were kind of like a '90s club band called Chase and Status.
Oh yeah, Chase and Status. I've heard of them.
Right, there we go. So
I wasn't
Status
keen on them,
but
yeah.
I know it was all shite, but I mean,
yes.
And they all had silly names: Chakademus and Pliers. The hell was that about?
Their song wasn't awful.
Chakademus and Pliers.
They had a big hit, didn't they?
They had a couple, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, the one I'm thinking of, it wasn't.
Twist and Shout, didn't they do Twist and Shout? A version of that.
Beatles.
Yeah, well, yeah. Actually, technically, it was the Isley Brothers, but we'll go with the Beatles. But yeah, it was the same song, but they did it in a sort of a dancey.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, dancey-ish version, if you remember. Reggae-ish dancey. I don't know.
Dubstep, isn't it? Is that what they were?
No idea. I don't know. What's dubstep?
Well, no, I could be wrong, but it's that sort of thing, I think.
Okay, fair enough. Dubstep sounds like you jump up two levels of the staircase when you go up, I suppose.
I don't know what dubstep's called. It officially is. I can have a look.
I think we all know what it officially is.
Yes, it's a dessert spoon.
Yes, indeed. Right, R.
R, indeed. Oh, okay. We'll have a bit more joy with R's, I'm sure.
I've always enjoyed my R's.
We all have a bit of a joy with our R's.
Dubstep is a genre of electric dance music originating from South London in the early 2000s. Characterised by syncopated rhythms, sparse percussion, and heavy sub-bass lines. It's not dubstep, is it?
No, it isn't. And I think Chakademus was not English anyway, was he?
No, he was definitely not English.
He was from the Caribbean, wasn't he? So I'm thinking it was Jamaican reggae-ish style.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. And pliers, well, can be useful, but not with
can be very handy.
No doubt. Go on then, R's. Someone else can start with the R's then. Jeff, you got any? What's your?
I only pick one because that's what it is. So I've got one. I have got one.
I bet I know what it is then.
Go on then.
It's got to be the Ramones.
It isn't, because I thought you would pick the Ramones. Yeah. So I thought there's no point picking the Ramones because Colin is a nailed on certainty, and the Ramones have definitely got to be in. So I'm going to pick somebody else. So I have.
Beginning with okay. Let me have a look down my list.
Right, let me give you a clue. Let me give you some clues just for a bit of a giggle.
Okay.
Born in New York City.
I know who it is.
I know who it is.
That was a good clue. Is it Lou Reed?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Lou Reed.
I think you're right, though. He deserves to be in. I mean, that's one of my R's here.
Godfather
I've got him on my list too.
Recognised as art rock legend, glam rock pioneer,
punk pioneer as well, maybe.
Rolling Stone, the other one, has him at number 107 from 200 greatest ever singers. Now that's a bit suspect,
of a stretch. That's a bit of a stretch.
He's never sung anything in his life.
So there we go. Did you know he was dyslexic?
I did not know this.
He was dyslexic. He learned to play the guitar through listening to the radio and copying it. Now, that's pretty clever.
What's that got to do with being dyslexic? Dyslexic's about not being able to talk.
Okay, what?
Well, you can't read things, can you? You get the letters jumbled up. If he gets a G and an F jumbled up, then
all right.
It would be a bit tricky.
Yeah, no, all right, I gotcha.
So anyway, but with Velvet Underground, John Cale on his own. Like Nico, the Velvet Underground with Nico is probably a genre-setting album. Transformer is definitely a genre-setting album. And like so to have two of them, he had 27 albums altogether, which
You have done your research.
About.
Yeah.
So I think he definitely needs to be there. Broken Man, like completely broken, and apparently not a very pleasant man. Quite violent, quite misogynistic, alcoholic, drug addiction, all that, everything.
But, sounding more and more like Pete Doherty with every minute that goes by.
Yeah.
It was the original Pete Doherty. It was Pete Doherty before Pete Doherty was born.
You say all of that about him, I'm thinking, maybe he's Cliff Richard and he's joking.
Was Cliff Richard born in New York?
No, he wasn't. No, but he had all those other traits.
Yeah.
I'm sure, allegedly. No, he didn't really.
Let's go with this for a second, because this is going to be important to become a bit of a
Go on then.
He has sold 2.4 million albums worldwide. Now, that's not a bad thing for one guy, is it?
It's no. Quite a lot, isn't it? That's just pretty impressive.
Remember that number for later.
2.4 million.
2.4 million.
Yes, you see, Lou Reed is one of those. I definitely put him in. He had to go in. And it's as surprising as it is that I hadn't really fully appreciated the Transformer album until fairly recently. It is a very good album.
It is a very good.
It is a very good album.
And it's always lumped together with Berlin, but I think it's a significantly better album than Berlin.
Yeah, I do love it.
But
I do love it. And the Velvet Underground were a little bit too arty for me, but they had some absolutely stunning tracks in amongst all of the, I don't know,
flaff.
Yeah, I would say the Velvet Underground. Well, I'd probably say about the Doors as well, to be honest. But I would say they were one of those cultish bands. They were like ones that people.
I agree about the Velvet Underground. I don't think the Doors were, but
well, no, yeah, I don't know. Well,
maybe
not
the
in the
Doors
same
were
way.
Absolutely straightforward blues band. Like they were just a bit. Jim Morrison was just a druggie that everybody got a bit excited about. But as a band, they were straight down the line blues band and superb asses.
Did we have the Doors in for D's? I don't know.
I think we did.
Okay, I've got a list of them all somewhere.
Pretty certain I picked them. But no, Velvet Underground are Wookiee odd in a lot of ways. But in and amongst it all, they have some fantastic songs.
Oh, they did. I mean, I think their third album, the self-titled one, was my favourite. Was like Candy Says and the like on it. I mean, the first album has got some. Also the same, really. It's got some really good songs on it, but less, and some other really ones that aren't.
Yeah.
Again, my it's only my opinion, of course. I'm waiting for the man. Sunday Morning. I love Sunday Morning. That's the song, not necessarily the day of the week. AM. Although I quite like that as well.
I was just going to say, I was pleased you shared that with us.
Yes, easy like Sunday Morning. But some of the other stuff like Heroin and just
they're too arty, and it's like we were having the same conversation about Roxy Music a little while ago, weren't we? There's that whole bunch of stuff there that you go like this isn't necessary. Like you're really good at what you the other stuff you do. Just do that because we all like that.
Funny you should say Roxy Music. Has anyone got Roxy Music in their list?
I have got both Roxy Music and Lou Reed on my extensive R list.
Yes, it's a big list, isn't it? But yeah, I agree with Jeff in a way. I know you like Roxy Music, early Roxy Music, and this is two stinks, of course. And you also like the loungy, poppy side of Roxy Music that came in the 70s.
I just think they're a really, really superb band, and I liked all of their different iterations. And did they do some tracks which were not as good? Yeah. Are there any which would make me jump a track or switch off? No, I just think they're very, very good at what they do. So in that kind of art rock field, there's not very many bands really, and I think they're top of the pile.
I would say there was another band like this, even like 10cc were the same. Are we doing numbers at one point, or does that count as a T? 10cc.
No, there'd be numbers.
There'd be numbers. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
But
well,
like
the problem
10cc,
is that 10cc literally will be just about the only band on that show because there's not very many number bands. There's quite a few number albums.
We can do initials and numbers all together, can't we? All that sort of stuff. You know, when you're on your iTunes, all the stuff that's at the bottom.
Yeah. Well, 10cc, I was about to say, 10cc are like a band that I really like their singles. Really like their singles. But the album tracks, I mean, you requested that Une Nuit at Paris the other day, which, I mean, it just went above my head completely. I'd rather listen to Life of Minestrone on the album or even I'm Not in Love.
I like both. I think that whole album is brilliant. And part of it is because it's so different. It's not formulaic. You don't know what's coming next, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, but okay. But different doesn't necessarily mean it's better though or good, does it? It's just different.
That the artist is trying something outside. I mean, I love Status Quo, but you know what you're going to get. You're going to get slapped between the face with 3-bar blues, and that's absolutely fine.
4 sometimes.
Sorry, I don't mean 3-bar. I mean 12-bar blues, 3 chords.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, and that's all well and good, and I love it. But 10cc, and I'm not a huge 10cc fan, but you know they did different stuff and should be applauded for that.
Well, let's not worry about 10cc. So Roxy Music, you've definitely put as a nominee. Lou Reed, I think we definitely agreed. Ramones, you agree with the Ramones?
Absolutely.
The Ramones weren't on my list because I figured that one of the rest of you would have it. I've got 3 or 4 others which I knew you wouldn't have. So I've got Roxy and Lou Reed. I've got another 5.
Okay, well I've got one maybe that you go for. The Runaways.
No, I haven't got them either. But again,
didn't put them in there.
No, I didn't because I love the Runaways, but they basically had 1 album, 2 albums.
They probably had more than 1 or 2, but they were like the first. Well, I know you're going to go back to Fanny. We always go back to Fanny.
We always.
Always.
It's where we came from, so we might as well go back there, eh?
BBC. It's the band. It's the band we're talking about.
It's the band Fanny. We're not talking about Fanny Packs. We're not talking about Fanny Bags.
Or Fanny Craddock.
Or Fanny Craddock.
Yeah, because Fanny is different in the US and it is different here, isn't it?
Yes, don't go there.
We're not going there. So the Runaways, I thought you might mention because they were like and for me anyway, I think really the first, because I'd never heard of Fanny before, first real all-girl rock and roll band really, and it came out of the punk era as well. So that I thought they maybe deserved.
They were predated by Heart by quite some considerable distance.
They're not punk though by any stretch, are they?
But all-girl either, aren't they?
No, but this led by girls. So. Anyway.
Well, yeah, but okay.
True. And I've got a couple of Motown artists.
Now, I thought about one of these, but I went for Lou Reed instead. I thought about Diana Ross.
Diana Ross, and I've also got Smokey Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd argue a strong case to say that Diana Ross is a golden ticket.
Okay.
I'm happy with that, although I want the Ramones in as well.
Yeah, but not Smokey Robinson.
But no, but it doesn't. We don't have to only have one.
So Smokey Robinson's a difficult one, isn't it? Because Smokey Robinson doesn't have the stature in the world, in the public, that he has in the music industry. I don't think the guy was. Is he dead?
No.
Didn't
he die recently?
No, I don't think so.
No. Oh,
okay.
I'll check that.
Absolute genius. Absolute genius. So yeah, I'm happy with Smokey Robinson. It wouldn't have crossed my mind.
Well,
I've got still alive. He's 86, with the face of a 35-year-old man. I think actually.
Is he? So he's the same age as Ringo Starr then?
1940.
Ringo Starr with the face of a 95-year-old man.
Ringo Starr with a face.
Yeah, quite.
It's a love,
well,
man.
I've got a load here which I'm just going to chuck out. big R band, massive following all around the world. Rush, love them or hate them.
Mm-hmm.
Can't argue with it. Rainbow,
Yeah.
one of the biggest selling rock
Short
albums of all
career.
time. Yeah, short career, but was it any shorter than some of the other bands we've already mentioned? REM,
Definitely REM. That's on my list.
Yeah.
I always think they're an underrated band.
I do. And
Definitely.
then two which are genre bands. Return to Forever on the jazz fusion, jazz rock side, Chick Corea. And on the prog side, Renaissance, who are still going and have got an absolute ton of albums. And then I add Roxy and Lou Reed as well. So
Yeah, I mean, Return to Forever and Renaissance. I mean, if you're going to look through your CD collection, you're going to find all these artists. But
yeah,
as Jeff has said earlier on, I mean, if you ask someone in the street,
they wouldn't have heard of either of them.
They wouldn't have heard of either of them. I mean, having said that, they would have heard of Smokey Robinson, I would have thought. I mean, they had enough solo hits, maybe. And
Of
Smokey,
an
I
age,
know
they
he's
would have
a
done.
massive,
Yeah.
brilliant songwriter as well. He wrote so many good songs. And he had hits with the Miracles as well, which, I mean, whether it be Tears of the Clown or what's the other one?
People
The big
say
one.
on the Life of a Party. That was Tears of the Clown, wasn't it?
Yeah, Tears.
Tracks of My Tears. No, Tracks of My Tears.
Tracks of My Tears. Yeah, Tracks of My Tears. That's the one I'm thinking of. But a big number one hit as well with Being With You, which, yeah, I'm not so keen on. I do like the earlier Motown.
It was very of its time, Being With You.
Is that you quoting the lyric, or is that just you
saying?
No.
It was very of its time. There was a whole bunch of stuff. Being With You came out. How About Us came out by Champagne. It was all very.
And Al Jarreau.
Yes. Yeah.
That kind of
all that sort of stuff. It came out was mid 80s.
Yeah, I think
like
mid 80s.
Pseudo synth sort of stuff. It was all very.
You don't like the pseudo synth stuff, do you?
I don't mind it. I've been with you. I actually own on single. It doesn't bother me. I don't love it, but if it's on, I'd sing along quite happily.
I'm intrigued as to how we come back on other occasions and discuss some of these artists. And I mean, are we aiming basically having this Hall of Fame? We don't want to have everybody in there ultimately, do we?
Well, no, because we've already decided we're not without Queen's Right and the Choir Boys. So
But that's why. That's why originally we said we would nominate one person each from each thing, and have a golden ticket. But
the problem with doing that is that, I mean, we could go around this 15 times, couldn't we? Because there's so many. I think if you do the Cleveland thing, then they're just basically throwing in any old artist who's sold some albums and has got a profile, hence Nicki Minaj and Cardi frickin' B. But if you're talking about people with actual talent, then I'm not a fan of Cardi. In fact, if she was Argentinian, I'd really hate her. No, I think if you take that group of R's, every single R artist we have mentioned in their genre deserves to be there either now or in the future. All of them.
Well, we'll see, won't we? Have we got any other R's? I mean, I was joking earlier on, but do you think Cliff needs a little bit of a mention here? He's been around for
perfectly fair, he does
90 years or so.
I mean, he's been going since the world began.
One of the first rock and roll records over here.
Even Keith Richards were there at the beginning, weren't they?
Yeah.
And actually, it's difficult to say. Like, he was the biggest. Stupid thing. So he was the biggest selling calendar for 30 years running in this country. Now, I know that's not records, and I know that's a different thing, but people don't buy stuff for people they don't like, do they?
You bought one, didn't you, Jeff?
No, I always got a Kylie one.
Oh, right. No,
the kids used to buy me a Kylie calendar every year.
Really? I used to get a Beatles one regularly, but I never get one these days. I never put it up.
I have never had
A calendar.
of anybody ever, not once.
We used to get Spurs ones for the boys.
Yeah, I've got a photograph of it with the Spurs one somewhere.
No, never had one of those either.
Well, I was sort of half joking with Cliff Richard, but he has been around for donkey's yonks.
He sold a megaton of music.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
So
again,
maybe
whether you like him or hate him, if we're talking about artists with standing,
famous Hall of Fame,
and that, you know, yeah, why not?
It will be headline news when he dies.
It will be.
Not on the BBC.
I suspect there might be some other headlines after he dies as well, actually, but that's another story. Allegedly.
We don't know that, do we? Allegedly.
No, we don't.
But regardless of any of that, like, it will be headline news when he dies.
Yeah.
And I get, to a degree, no matter how great the people are, it's very few that make headlines. There's always a little box that says, "Oh, by the way, such and such has just died. Such and such has died." But the main box at the top of the website, at the front page of the paper, it's very few people that get that. And Cliff Richard, without a doubt, will.
Michael Jackson,
George Michael.
But George Michael only got it because of how he died.
Yeah, but Michael Jackson, George
Michael, David Bowie did it.
Bowie, yeah, I think you're right. I think he will be. Not anywhere other than the UK, but it was. No, he didn't really make it elsewhere, did he?
No, he did.
Well, didn't make it in the States. I don't know how he did in Europe. He probably did all right, actually.
He probably did. Yeah. Anyway, so we are.
Okay, well, we'll see.
We talked about a lot of ours. We can go back to some of them, can't we?
We can. The only other R I've got down here is, well, actually, I've got three other possibilities. More than three other possibilities. So I'm trying to pick out ones that might be worthy of a mention, and Radiohead was one.
It would be difficult to argue they shouldn't be. I mean, I think they're shit, but it would be.
I'm not a big fan overall.
Well, OK Computer is a really good album, but the rest of it is, not up to much. But they've got a massive following.
Huge.
They have. So whether having a massive following, does that make them go in? I mean, BTS have got a massive following, but I dare say we're not going to be putting them in.
Well, if they keep on turning up at Spurs and having 80,000 people and we keep up buying real footballers, then absolutely nailed on.
We'll get them in. Definitely.
You're a big K-pop fan, suddenly.
I don't. No, just the Korean girls.
Maybe we should have this is the real Hall of Fame, like the Cleveland Hall of Fame. They had like a Songwriters Hall of Fame, don't they?
Do they?
And maybe we could separate some of ours into that, like we've talked about Smokey Robinson or whatever it might be. But what about Robbie Robertson?
This is one of those things where he's the Doors, isn't he?
No, it's the band.
No, the band.
Sorry, I mean the band. Yeah,
the band. Yeah.
So, do we want to put him in as a separate artist? I mean, we've had this debate several times. I don't think we do. I think he goes in as a member of the band.
Okay, fair enough. So maybe the band will make it in one day, because I'm sure they probably merit it, to be fair. And I think that's probably it of the ones that are worthy of a mention. I didn't think any of you, or maybe Jeff would, Roxette might be worth a shout, but
I wouldn't ever cross my mind.
Okay,
they're not. I mean, they're absolutely fine to listen to, but I
wouldn't put them in anywhere near the Hall of Fame. Right, let's go on to S's. S's, because
Shall I get my one out of the way to make it easier?
Yeah. Is it Paul Simon or is it Simon and Garfunkel?
Well, I'll put in Paul Simon. Let's just go back to what we said earlier. He has sold 125 million records.
That's
how many did Lou Reed do?
Lou Reed, 2.4. 2.4 million.
2.4. Paul Simon, 125 million. Of which 54.5 was solo. So actually, he sold more as Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, see, I've written Simon and Garfunkel down for me.
And I've written Simon and Garfunkel down as well. Not because I mean, they've got to be in there, whether they're golden ticket or now or whatever. They've got to be there.
Paul Simon is the only artist which I own everything that he's ever produced, that they've ever produced. He's won 16 Grammys. According to the other lot, he's in the 100 greatest guitarists of all time. Work that one out. Yep.
I bet Neil Young's above him.
I bet he is. I mean, he's my favourite artist. We all know that. We've known that for some time.
I have a sneaking feeling there might be a golden ticket coming here from Jesse.
Well, we can either stick him as a golden ticket. I've got someone else who I was going to put in as a golden ticket because I thought if I don't put him in as a golden ticket, they're never going to get past you two. But there we go.
Right. Okay.
Who's
that?
But anyway, I would like to nominate Paul Simon, and if you disagree with me, then I'm going to throw my toys out the pram.
we both chose Simon and Garfunkel as one of our lists. So yeah, fine, whatever.
I'm interested about this other S though.
Who's your golden ticket then?
Oh dear.
I don't think you can argue against this. Well, I think the Spice Girls have got to go in.
Who?
I think the Spice Girls have got to go in. See? Like, they were massive. Massive band.
So's Donald Trump's ass.
But not his little finger.
But we're not putting in. We're not putting in Donald Trump's ass, although that would be a great band name.
It would be a great band name. It would be Big C and Donald Trump's ass, and the Donald Trump's ass band.
I get that they had a massive following. I get they sold millions of records, but I also get that they're not very talented. Well, again, it's only my opinion.
No,
I just see them as it's like they're like well, I would say it's like the Manchester United. They're just what's the word I'm looking for?
Manufactured.
Possibly, maybe that's harsh with Manchester United, but it's not. I can't think of the word I'm thinking of.
It's marketed rather than ability, is what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, it was well marketed.
It's a triumph of marketing over style over substance.
They sold just shy of 100 million records
to people who were deaf, dumb, and blind.
That's not the point. The point is, do they warrant being in a Hall of Fame? Now, I don't know whether they do or not, and I'm not a great fan. I just think that if we're being absolutely honest, it's difficult to write people of that nature off.
I've got a picture of Smokey Robinson here on my screen here, and he's smiling at me. I don't know why.
He's not smiling, is he? He's just set in that position. Him and Barry Manilow on the same post.
I think he is. Yeah, he is. It does look fixed. Yeah, I don't know. You can't really make out his expression because they all look the same. But yeah, Spice Girls.
Okay, Mel B is very talented.
So you mean C?
C, yeah, the Liverpudlian one with the tats.
Yeah, C.
Right, so she's got a good voice. She's had a good solo career, and she was the one with the talent. The rest of them, not so much.
Okay.
And in the case of the one married to David Beckham, not at all.
The one with the real talent was Jerry Halliwell.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, no, she was.
Her talent was being an utter
Her talent was not musical. Her talent was that she put them in the forefront of the industry and she marketed it and whatever. It was her band.
But this is about a music hall of fame.
I know. 100 million records.
Given a choice, I'd go Paul Simon.
Well, I would go Paul Simon as well, every time. But and there'll be lots of other S's that we go, yep.
Given a choice,
but
I'd rather shoot myself in the head.
An awful lot of the ones that you go, yep, will not have sold that many records.
Oh,
given the choice, I'd kiss Donald Trump's ass.
Colours of the world, spice
That'll be
up your
clipped.
life.
No,
well, okay. I think we might come back to this one. We might come back.
Okay, I totally get what Jeff's saying. It depends on the criteria you're applying, because if we're talking about reputation and album sales, then they've got to be there. If we're talking about what they've added to music, they shouldn't be anywhere near it.
Would there be an argument that they have encouraged a lot of girl bands?
There will be. There will be an argument they've encouraged a lot of girls to do things outside their comfort zone.
Mm.
Move on. Who have you got, Cole?
Well, okay. Talking of talentlessness, I think, and we're very briefly on this one, I wonder whether the Sex Pistols ought to go in there.
Yes.
No.
Okay. That was easy.
So the question is, Cole, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go on.
Are the Sex Pistols a cult band?
Yes.
Possibly.
But you might have to change the L for another letter.
There isn't an L in band, Peter.
No, that's true.
Are they a cult band? Well,
they could be a cult bald.
Cult bald. Yeah. I think if anyone says punk rock,
yeah,
that's the name they come out with.
Yeah, without a doubt, absolutely.
But ironically, because they only had one album.
Yeah.
And that was just like the older songs that Graham Matlock had put together. I wouldn't necessarily say they're a cult band, but then maybe I'm biased, because generally I think cult bands are ones that everyone says are great, but in fact when you listen to them, they're not. Now,
well,
I know
so therefore they are definitely a cult band.
Well, no, they're not, because the Sex Pistols songs are great songs. They're great songs.
No, they're not.
They are. They are
They're
great
written
songs.
by spotty, prepubescent wankers who've got no idea what to do with their instruments. They are shit on an epic scale. BBC?
I think Steve Jones knows how to play the guitar. I think Paul Cook knows how to play the drums. I think Sid Vicious knows how to open the door and make a cup of tea. But then again, he wasn't really on the record. So, and Johnny Rotten is one of those voices you either hate or you hate.
And he supports Arsenal.
Well, yeah, true, but we can't criticize that. I suppose musically, they certainly made their mark, and whether you, as you would say, you said earlier on, whether we like them or don't like them, do they deserve a place in the Hall of Fame?
Enola Gay made its mark. That doesn't mean what it did was good.
Was
and
that
yes,
both bombs?
for the benefit
Hiroshima
of people
and the other one?
listening, I did just compare the Sex Pistols with the bombing of Hiroshima because, in my eyes, musically, it's about the same. God.
No, you see, I would argue that, and I wouldn't like to put this on you completely, but then again, I might. You could be influenced by a lot of other people that you know that like the same music as you do.
No,
and
absolutely not.
They think they're rubbish.
No,
so it's easy to get sucked into that.
No, nearly all of my mates buying albums in the 70s, they nearly all bought and own copies of Nevermind the Bollocks. I am on my own in this regard.
Maybe everyone's right. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe
you're wrong. A million flies be wrong. I think therefore you should eat shit.
Put the Sex Pistols in because they're fucking marvellous.
One of the great
album covers of all time. Massively talented. Fantastic. Get them in.
We're all agreed then.
We're all agreed, yeah. Okay.
Golden ticket. They're so good, they need a golden ticket.
What else you got, Carl?
Don't tempt me. S's. Okay, for influence on genres, I put down the Specials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got to sleep.
He's trying
I'm soaking it all in. I'm just listening.
He's been humbled.
Soaking it all in.
Right, okay.
He thought if he offered up Queen, then he might get away with not having to deal with the Sex Pistols.
No, because as you said earlier, Jeff, we need to be honest, and they've got to be in there.
And I am being absolutely honest.
We've clipped. We'll get that clipped. Everything you said about the Sex Pistols and their albums. I'm sure that will go out on a promo maybe on the show.
It needs
one day. Okay. What about Springsteen?
He's on my list. My extensive list.
An artist that Americans differ on. Is that a political thing? A political divide?
Mostly. He's very democratic.
Well, exactly. So people that aren't so democratic are going to, like Donald Trump, who thinks he's a talentless, overrated musician.
He only says that he says that about anybody who doesn't like him, and he likes people who do, like Kid Rock and that every other moron. Anyway, moving on.
No, it's worthy of an entrance into the Hall of Fame just because Trump hates you, actually.
But no, come on. Springsteen is one of the great songwriters of this or any other generation. There is no way you cannot put Springsteen into a Hall of Fame. No.
Do you see the other side of the argument about him being, singing about the working man when he's never worked a day in his life and that sort of thing?
Because he's singing about where he comes from. You can argue the same about Leonard Skinner. They were all about blue-collared songs, but, they made a career out of music. I think it's about where you come from. It's not, it's not.
I am not a huge Springsteen fan. In fact, I'm relatively unimpressed with an awful lot of his stuff, which I think sounds quite similar. Some of his stuff I really like. That's fine. But there is no doubt that he should be in the Hall of Fame. Like, unquestionably, he must be there.
More so than Bob Seger, I assume.
More so than Bob Seger. I like Bob Seger. He's a nice old boy.
And I've got Bob Seger on my list as well.
Yeah, me too.
And he's a good old chap, but he doesn't stand up to the likes of Springsteen, as far as I'm concerned.
No, well, I have difficulty standing up sometimes, to be fair. So, but Seeger and Springsteen, I've got them both on the list. So maybe one of them,
I've got both on my list as well.
maybe one of them will get a golden ticket if you know. If no, I'm not going to go there. Right, I've got another S one. Since I'm showing off with these surnames now, one that I would have missed the last few times we've done a show. Rodney or Roderick Stewart. Rod Stewart.
I had him on my original list and I crossed him off because I remembered that he'd done Do You Think I'm Sexy and Hot Legs and Sailing.
Well, see, I like Hot Legs.
I like Hot Legs.
Sailing.
And I like Sailing as well.
I like Sailing. I like Hot Legs, but I don't like. Do You Think I'm Sexy for sure? Anything disco-y that he started, basically anything after 1970s, was pretty pants. But for what he did beforehand, I still think he's not now, one of the great rock voices, whether it be with the Faces,
without a doubt,
and his earlier material solo as well.
Can't argue with any of that.
I agree.
Okay. Unlike you, but we'll go with it. Rod Stewart. Okay, you presumably you've got some more S's, Stinks.
I have got my absolutely definitely has to be there. I will die on this hill. Santana.
Okay, I thought you were going to say
around since the dawn of Woodstock. Still going, touring now. Gone through all kinds of iterations of lineup. Got a massive, great album collection. Sold millions and millions of copies. Has played with the great and the good in the guitar world. I don't think that you can argue against Santana's place in the Hall of Fame. And he also is kind of like a one-man genre, really, isn't it? Kind of thing. I mean, I'm joking, but
but I get what you mean.
His sound. We were having a conversation a few weeks ago about guitarists or musicians, and you recognise them as soon as they start. And Santana's guitar sound is Santana's guitar sound. Nobody else sounds like Santana. So I think that for a number of reasons, for longevity and for all of the rest, I think he's got to be there. I have also got, because I had Springsteen and I had Simon and Garfunkel and I had Bob Seger and I had Status Quo.
They're in already anyway. We're all right with them.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where they were. Steely Dan.
Yeah, Steely Dan was the other one I thought you were going to say. And I thought Jeff would like them as well.
Yeah, Jeff does like them.
Jeff does like them. So Steely Dan.
And I also had Supertramp.
Yeah.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, I did until I looked at my vinyl collection and thought, oh, Supertramp. And then the other one, who I don't particularly like, and I certainly don't like them as a person, but I don't think you can argue about their songwriting capability, and that is Sting.
Yeah, you're right. That annoys me because I don't like him.
No, I've got the Dream of the Blue Turtles. It's faultless. It doesn't have a bad track on it. And I've also got one of his more recent ones, 59th and Something or Other Street, which is also a really good album. Again, I'm not a massive fan. I wasn't a massive fan of the Police, but if we're talking about influence, etc., I think it's a reasonable shout.
Well, see, I had on my long list of P's, I had the Police down. I ruled them out in the end. But if I were going to have the Police or Sting in, I would probably put the Police in. Maybe it's because I don't know Sting's solo collection as well as I do the Police. But they're another band.
The Police career was quite short.
Yeah, it was. It's probably only about 5-6 years, wasn't it?
Yeah. 6 years, 5 albums.
He keeps going back to them every now and again, doesn't he? And having
I don't know enough about him. All I know is that if we're talking about artists with an influence, I think he probably is. I mean, I wouldn't, I'm not going to go, oh, Sting's got to be in there. But when I was going through it, I thought, well, Santana have got to be in there. And at some point, Steely Dan have got to be. And Bruce Springsteen will be anyway. So who does that then leave? And I looked at the other ones, and I knew you choose Simon or whatever. I thought, well, Sting is not a bad shout as a songwriter because he does write some really good stuff. Clever stuff.
Okay, yeah, Sting. What about Cat Stevens?
Oh, I've forgotten him completely. Forgotten him
That's a good
completely.
shout.
He's a good shout. I mean, he's got some great albums.
He has some great albums. And it also had a few as Yusuf Islam as well, didn't he?
Yes.
I think he's gone back to Cat Stevens again now, hasn't he? Or maybe it's a mix of them both. Yep, that was another one I had, Cat Stevens. Anyone else influential? What about Sly and the Family Stone?
Yeah.
Another funk sort of sound that it's not my bag, but Sly Stone was quite a big influence on the early funk sound, wasn't he?
Very much. Very much.
I just seen the two words Spice Girls on my long list of S's here. I didn't mention it.
I did.
It's like, don't mention the Spice Girls. I did, but I think I got away with it.
Yeah. Mentioned it once. Stranglers. Quite an influence as well. Supertramp, you said. Now, we've had Diana Ross, Supremes. I mean, they had a massive...
Isn't that the same argument as Paul Simon and Simon and Garfunkel?
I suppose it is. Well, I don't know how we're going to do this. What do we have with Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel when Diana Ross and the Supremes go in and it sort of encompasses them both? Maybe.
These things of life are very complicated, aren't they?
I know. Jeff will be happy though. At least Paul Simon would be in there. Right. If there aren't any more S's, who else I got?
Just let me ask you a question. I never get this right. There's a more modern band, not called Supertramp, called
Grass.
Supergrass, yeah.
Are they big? I think they're supposed to be quite big, aren't they? That sounds
they
really
were
fancy.
a big sort of Britpop band, I would say. Right, it was like a top 4 Britpop bands.
Yeah.
And they were 5th in it, I would say.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think I'm right in saying that.
Sure, Aston Villa-ish.
Pulp, The Verve. Yeah, and then Supergrass, James, maybe. Yes, the other one was called Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Try saying that one backwards.
No.
She sings it backwards, doesn't she?
She does sing it backwards. And for all the times I've tried it, I can never get it right.
I do love that Lav Nacky Nude.
That's a great little clip.
Elton John, by the way, is pronounced like pestle is, so it's Nottle Nodge.
Nottle Nodge. Oh, Nottle. I said Notley Nodge.
Yeah, it's Nottle Nodge.
Notley Nodge sounds like I don't know, something Noel Edmonds should have on his Saturday night shows, doesn't it?
Or replacing yes.
Right, okay. I've said Straubs a few times there, but I think everyone's ignoring the Straubs. Okay, teas.
No. I thought about the Straubs as well and thought again, they're not big enough.
They're not longevity. They don't have enough longevity.
I mean, they're still around. They're still playing, but no.
Teas then. Not many of these.
I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 5.
Well, I've got 3 main ones, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 others. The main ones I've put in are T-Rex.
Yeah.
Got to be for a genre-defining. Well, Bolan was the king of glam, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
Obviously, his career for T-Rex was cut sadly short in 1977. Mind you, they're going downhill a little bit by then, anyway.
Yeah.
Temptations.
Oh, now I originally intended having Temptations on the list. When I wrote the list out this afternoon, I forgot to put them on. So I did Temptations across. No, it's just one of those things that was dashing a bit down, thinking, and then I've just forgotten them completely. But yeah, I thought about the Temptations and thought, really, if we're talking Motown, they're a good shout, very much so.
Okay, and the other one I've got is this works Christian name and surname actually on this one. Tina Turner.
Tudor.
Not Tenpole Tudor, but Tina Turner.
damn, that's the other one I forgot. Tina Turner. Yeah.
You happy with those then?
Well, yeah. I mean, Tina Turner and the Temps, absolutely both of those. Yeah.
I'm not a big Tina Turner fan, but I get why she would be there.
I am a big Tina Turner fan, and I think that she ought to be there. So.
Well, that's me overall, then.
You got no? Yeah. Have you got any other? Have you got any teas then?
I've got one tea because that's what I did,
and I know what it is.
That's going to be the most obvious one that you can come up with.
It's Take That.
It is Take That and Party.
Take That and Party.
So these guys have sold 14.4 million albums, 14.6 million singles. Okay. How many is that? 29 million. How many did the Spice Girls sell?
100.
There you go. Anyway, I
did not pay attention, isn't it, Jeff? We pay attention. We do pay attention.
You do pay attention. It just makes you think, doesn't it? 3 of these albums are in the 60 best-selling albums of UK chart history. That is not bad for a pop band. For that is what they are. They are simply a pop band, but they are incredibly good, slick, well organised, well put together, musically able pop band.
Complete opposite of the Spice Girls, then, really.
Complete opposite of the Spice Girls. Although they're manufactured as well in theory.
Sorry,
but
Pete.
I don't think you can ignore them. Well, I don't want to ignore them. I will die on this hill.
You die on this hill.
They're brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant at what they do.
I like it or love it.
Or hate it.
That's the point. That is the point. I would not listen to Take That unless I was forced to, but I absolutely recognise that they were terrific songwriters, that Robbie Williams has got a very good voice, and they absolutely have their place in British music history. So they definitely should be in.
About Robbie Williams having a great voice. I think he's got the greatest voice. Has he, Robbie Williams?
He has a very listenable to voice.
Didn't he do he did a cover? Didn't he do an album of covers of Frank Sinatra or the Crooners?
Yeah, he did. Swing When You Wing.
Swing When You Wing, which is a really good album until you listen to it really closely. And although he gets his timing right, he's not got that Sinatra crooner-esque style of voice. He does it really well. But it's
to be honest, I couldn't name a Take That single, but I have heard that album and I kind of quite enjoyed it because I thought, well, this is just like listening to a crooner, and it's I wouldn't ever buy it, but it was perfectly,
I mean, that's not a Take That single. That's not a Take That album. That's Robbie.
No, I'm not saying it is. But what I'm saying is, I was just talking about the individual characters.
Have you ever seen a Morrison's advert?
No, I avoid adverts like the plague.
Okay.
Was that Shine?
Yeah, Shine.
Yeah.
I would be astonished.
Mark Owen hasn't got a great voice either, has he? Really?
No, none of them have. But put them all together, and it works absolutely superbly.
Yeah,
Gary Barlow's got no bollocks. He's got such a high voice that no one can get up there.
Really?
But he's a really good songwriter.
You must know back for good.
Huh?
I said he's terrible at paying tax, though.
Terrible at paying tax.
That wasn't his fault, was it?
That's what they all said.
That was Howard's brother's fault.
Oh, of course it was. Yeah.
Or was it Jason's brother's fault? I can't remember, one of the two.
Jason, is he the one that he left?
Howard and Jason have both left. Now, no,
Howard hasn't gone.
Robbie and Howard have left.
Robbie and Jason have left. See, I know more than you do about your favourite band.
Robbie
I don't know any of
Jason. You're right. Robbie and Jason have left. Howard's still there.
Just Jason. I always wondered, what the hell does he do? He does
I can answer that.
Yes.
He's the leader of the Argonauts.
He was, absolutely.
And maybe that was like a spin-off kind of band that he had going. Jason and the Argonauts.
Yeah, Yeah.
And the answer to your question
they were
is,
very big in Greece.
I think he was the dancer originally.
He was the dancer.
No. I think you'll find that
he was more a dancer than a singer.
No, rhythm is the dancer.
Oh, very good. Well, anyway, there you go. Take that.
Are we human or are we dancer?
Or are we dancer?
Yeah.
And indeed. I can't believe you've never heard a Take That song.
I don't believe it.
So sorry.
I guarantee you have.
Stop. What I said was,
yes,
I don't know any Take That songs. I'm sure I've heard a Take That song. I couldn't sing one. I couldn't tell you what one was called. And if you told me what it was called, I wouldn't know it. But I'm sure I've heard some. In the same way that my friend Sarah keeps telling me that I know this bloody song by The Killers, and I had no idea what it was. And they go, yes, you must know it, you must know it. And then they played it, and guess what? I didn't know it. But now I've heard it about 100 times, and now I do. So
Mr. Brightside.
Yes.
Not as good as humans.
But also human, it's The Killers. Yeah, are we human or are we dancer?
Great. I'm really pleased.
Next time you come and gild our property with your presence, I will play you a Take That album.
I'm looking forward to it already.
I'm sure you might get a song in the morning, actually. Mind you, you can always walk out the room and go get a shower or whatever. You're not talking to us, yeah? It's a fly, isn't it?
No, I was talking to a fly.
Right. Shoot, fly, don't bother me.
Get off my drink. Stupid. It's not even a fly, it's a moth. They're even more stupid. Right, okay. So have you done yours now? Because I've got...
I'm done, mate.
I've got mine. All right, so...
Go on then.
Jethro Tull.
Oh, I would have that as a J.
Well, I couldn't remember whether we had it as a J or a T. I might have already talked about it before. But
I'm not sure.
If we haven't, then I'm having it as a T. If not, I'll have it as a J. They should be there somewhere.
Why not just have Jethro? Because he's really funny.
I tell you a very funny story about that at some point when we're not trying to finish a podcast. But it is a very funny story. So ignoring brackets Jethro Tull for the moment, Thin Lizzy.
Well, I had them listed
as a maybe, although didn't have maybe necessarily the career they could have. I had T-Rex. I had a Thunder bracket because
I got Thunder.
Yeah, I mean Thunder are just a great
band. They're a great band.
They write great songs, and they are the best covers band in the world. So on that basis alone, I don't think they're necessarily going this time, but I think they need to be there at some point. Traffic.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Because Steve Winwood and all of his contribution to music. So, I mean, you could put Steve Winwood in W.
Put him in under W.
You could put him under W, or you could put him under with Traffic. So, but then the one which, for me, has got to be there, which you hate, is Tangerine Dream. Because if we're talking about genre defining and the creation of all of the synth pop and synth rock, Tangerine Dream have got to be there. So my one for the T's is Tangerine Dream.
You are right. I do not like them.
No, I'm well aware of that fact. I don't like the Sex Pistols.
I'm fearing a Tangerine Dream song. They haven't got any short ones, have they?
Yeah, you've played a short one, the 2.5 minute one. Yeah.
Excellent. It was 2.5 minutes, or did I just cut it short?
It's 2.5 minutes. That's 2.5 minutes.
Cut it short with Ozzy Osbourne singing.
No,
what a load of bollocks.
It's 2.5 minutes.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe we'll get that one. Right, so you got any other T's there? I've got Talking Heads and Tears for Fears, actually.
I love Talking Heads. I think Talking Heads are fantastic. Whether they should be
another arty kind of punkish band.
Yeah, arty punk. Yeah. Whether they deserve to be in a Hall of Fame or not is a debatable matter. But they have some great songs.
And Tears for Fears haven't really had that much of an album output, but
no.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, if I had to
One
choose
album,
between those two, there would be no doubt about. I'd be talking heads.
Well, are we right to? I think
it's a
we'll
good album.
summarise what we've done then, and think along the lines of golden tickets for P, Q, R, S, and T. So how do we work this? Each one of us has a golden ticket, yeah? Just one?
I
Or
think
do
we
we
just
have more?
Let's just put in the ones which definitely need to go in, and then I don't see.
All right,
what the issue
okay.
is.
Well, I think Queen have definitely got to go in.
Yeah, Queen have got to go in. Pink Floyd have got to go in.
Paul Simon's got to go in.
And Paul Simon's got to go in.
Paul Simon.
And those are golden. They're golden tickets.
They're golden tickets, but we still could have an R and a T golden tickets if you want.
For me, okay, I think Santana have got to be in, which is not an R or a T, but it is another golden ticket for me.
Well, it could go in as your S. We've got 3 S's available.
Okay.
Like, as you've just stolen my S as a golden ticket, that means I can have the Spice Girls.
Okay, right. So I'll have it. Right. So if it's R golden tickets for me, it's got to be Rush.
Yeah, I'm getting confused on the golden tickets thing, but okay.
Well, my R golden ticket to go in would be, I think, the Ramones.
Okay.
Good choice, Colin. Good choice. I'm going to go with Lou Reed.
Okay.
Yeah. And are we going to put in T-Rex as the
T-Rex? Yeah, I'd go with that. Was the first one I mentioned. First one I wrote down actually for the T's.
So put T-Rex in as the golden ticket for T then.
So we're needing some.
So now we're choosing the non-golden tickets for each of the 5.
Yeah, but we're not going to get any more Qs, are we? So we're looking at P.
So yeah, P's. So what are you having, Oscar Peterson, Jeff?
I am.
Okay.
Oscar Peterson. You're having Pearl Jam, no doubt.
I'll have Pearl Jam. Yeah.
And what am I having for P's then? Oh, I've got another P here that I never mentioned that I thought you might like. It's Pentangle.
They were great, but they were longevity of about 2.5 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
But Bert Jansch should be in at some stage or other on his own.
I've also written down Poco. Right. Oh, blimey. Do I want a golden ticket?
No, we're not talking about. We've done the golden tickets. We're now talking about.
We've gone all over the shop. Like, it's all too confusing suddenly.
It is a little bit.
No, we chose the golden ticket ones, which we didn't want to get.
But the golden tickets were not necessarily part in the alphabet. They were just golden tickets.
But this time around they are, so it doesn't matter. So all we're doing now is choosing.
I've gone for Procol Harum.
So you put in Procol Harum in as your P?
Yes.
Right. No, I thought. Yeah, so we've got Pearl Jam, Procol Harum, and Oscar Peterson. Yes.
Well, yeah, but Oscar Peterson was Jeff's golden ticket, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. No.
I didn't have
He didn't have a golden ticket.
Well, he's in. At the moment, for P's, I've got Pink Floyd, Oscar Peterson, Pearl Jam, and Procol Harum.
Yes, so the reason that we did the golden ticket there was because we put Pink Floyd in as a golden ticket, and the others were just our picks. So that's fine.
So
Queen is a golden ticket, and there isn't anything else anyway.
There isn't anything else really for the moment, certainly.
Right.
Rush, so Ramones, and Lou Reed.
Rush, Ramones, and Lou Reed. Yeah.
So the golden ticket was Rush.
We haven't chosen a golden ticket for that. The only one for me on my list, the one that I'd throw in because I think they ought to be there, golden ticket, not it's Roxy Music.
Okay. So do we want Roxy in?
I'm happy with Roxy.
Okay. So that's 4 R's. We need another S then.
Right. So now we're on to the S's.
Paul Simon, Santana, and Spice Girls I've got in.
Yeah.
There's a motley crew for you.
That is a motley crew, and I'd love to see them all on the same bill. So the only question there then is, do you want to put Springsteen in as a golden ticket?
Who, me?
Well, do we want to put Springsteen in as a golden ticket?
Yes.
Okay,
maybe.
so if I've got Paul Simon as a golden ticket, that I'm confused again. Just do whatever you do. It's fine.
I put Bruce Springsteen in and T's. We've got T-Rex.
So hang on. So what do we have for S's? We had Santana,
Paul Simon, Santana, Spice Girls, and Bruce Springsteen.
Right. Fine.
Are we having 4 of each then?
Oh, we have.
Yeah,
because Springsteen went in as a golden ticket. Right. So what have we got for the T's?
Well, at the moment we've only got T-Rex in there as a golden ticket.
As a golden ticket. So we've then got one
Temptations. Temptations, or
you'll go with the Temps. Who are you going with, Jeff? Take that. And I'll go with Tangerine Dream.
Okay. Can I put the Sex Pistols in the queues?
No, we'll put Sex Pistols in at another time when we're talking about.
When we're doing golden tickets the way that we used to do golden tickets, you could have the Sex Pistols and I'll have the Eagles. How's that?
Sounds good. Sounds good. Right. Okay. I think we're done. I shall make a list of these, add it to all the other ones, and we'll be back. Well, we might not be back next Wednesday because England, if by some miracle we manage to win on Saturday night against Norway, the semi-final will be on Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. against whoever it is, presumably Argentina, because it'll be fixed for them to make it through against Switzerland. So I don't know what are we going to do. Whether we move it, it's Tuesday.
I'm going to struggle with
Thursday.
We
can discuss this. We don't really know because we might still be on the Wednesday. So
yeah, well,
I'm in London on the Thursday, and I'm really busy on the Tuesday. But I could do the Tuesday evening, but I'm busy in the day.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll worry about that nearer the time.
Well, let's worry about us beating Norway.
See how England beat Norway
first on that one. So.
That'll be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. Right. Thanks very much, guys. And another Hall of Fame list done. This podcast will be posted to the usual places over the coming days, including Spotify and Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or whatever. It'll be on YouTube all the time, ad infinitum. It should be on Facebook for another 2 weeks. And I'll repost it again in the morning on Twitter if you didn't see it on that. And that's it. Not too much BBC interference today.
Did very well.
I think we did okay.
Bye.
Yeah, so all I got left to say is it's a good night from me.
It's a good night from him.
It's a good night from them.